So my recording software just crashed. I haven't even gone and recovered the old footage yet, so that's going to be fun to upload. But yeah, the YouTuber Ohmwrecker, Masked Gamer, as he goes by, he's decent. He's not the best, but he plays it off as though he's like the best thing since sliced bread. And it's like, bro, I know how you play. Okay, I know your skill level. You are not that good. You're sitting there going, oh, I called it. Yeah. You know, you're sitting there basically doing the MLG Pro type of bragging. And yet, I know you. You're not that good. It's like, what do you mean? I'm totally that good. It's like, bro, I had an achievement, okay, in this one game, and I asked you, okay, I can sit here and I can play support if you got this. But if you ain't got this, tell me now. If you don't got this, if you know you have this, tell me. If you don't, tell me, because I can one-man army this shit. And he told me, oh yeah, I got this, no problem. And it's like, you sure? You got this. You sure you got this? He was like, yeah, I got this. Nothing to worry about. This is nothing. We got this. It's fine. And it's like, you're not just saying that, are you? You really do got this? You know? Because the last dude who said that, he didn't have it. He was like, nah, we got this. It's fine. And I'm like, okay, I trust you. And I grabbed my support build. And I stuck with him. And I did my support thing. And he did not have it. He was not that skilled. He was not as good as he claimed. And as a result, we lost the match. I did not get the achievement. And I still remember that. I still remember it was him. I do not remember what game it was on. But I remember playing with, I remember playing alongside Ohmwrecker. And I remember, telling him, are you sure you got this? Because if not, I'll just grab my one-man army build. And I should have grabbed the one-man army build and just been like, I don't believe this guy. I should have just not trusted him and just instead been like, yeah, whatever. Sure, we got this. Okay. You're gonna back me up. And he'd have been like, man, I ain't gotta back up nothing. It's like, no, you're gonna back me up. Okay, trust me. Play support, back me up. I'm a one-man army this. I got a build for this. It's very good. And he would have gotten a lot better at his build if he would have not lied about, whether or not he had this. Because he didn't have a one-man army build. You know what he was running for his build? My build. He was running support saying, oh yeah, we got this. It's like, bro, you are not getting it if you're running support. Support is support. Okay, support does not get it. Okay. Support is the guy who's in the background going, don't worry, I'll heal you up. It's like, bro, heal me up from what? You're getting wrecked. Heal me up? Who's healing you up, bro? And he did not have it. So I'm still a little upset that I never got the achievement. But at the same time, I get it. He was a new YouTuber at the time. He was still starting out. He really needed the viewers. I don't think he was even on Twitch yet. So I get it. I get why he misrepresented himself and and over-represented himself. However, he should have been honest about his ability to accurately support me in the game. He should not have overrepresented his skill level, because that was an actual thing in Xbox Live, is you could accidentally get paired up with people who were of a different skill level than you. So when he did that and we lost, I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to mark him down as being of a different skill level than me, and that way Xbox Live will not pair him up with me again. Did my hitboxes get turned off? I'm not seeing the hitbox. Why am I not seeing the hitbox? My settings might have gone a little bit wonky. First, let me stop hiding the paper doll. There it is. Let me show the autosave icon as well. Yeah, my stuff got a little bit wonky. Classic, fancy bubbles, all that. Yep. But yeah, let me turn the brightness all the way down, or as it's known in Java version, moody lighting. It's moody lighting. So this is very moody, very dark. Yes, it's very hipster chic, as it were. This is as dark as the brightness is able to go on the Minecraft game. I might be able to get it a little darker if I turn down my screen brightness, but I'm not going to do that. But yeah, this is the moody setting, as it's formerly known, or as Bedrock users, Bedrock Edition users call it, zero darkness, or zero brightness, I mean. As you can see, the world is decently well lit. And then if I turn it all the way up and just crank the brightness, I have a very nice looking area down here. And I'm showing you this in 3 floors because the build is not yet complete. However, once the build is complete, it will look so nice. In the meantime, however, I need to put away these fence gates. I need to find some coal, because I just need a little bit of torches. Did I not? I guess I didn't ever really finish filling this out. Okay, well. There we go. All filled out. Yeah, so as you can see, everything looks real nice because of all of the oversaturation of the light that I'm using. And I also have, like, over here where I'm utilizing torches and lava and stuff. Oh, this is probably where that bat spawned. Or no, the bat probably spawned in the ravine on the other side of the wall. That's what it was. Because just on the other side of this wall, if I punch out this wall far enough, it will lead right into a ravine, which I'll probably find if I go towards the zero point. This was the one I was looking for because I wanted to grab these. The first thing that I wanted to grab these for was here. I want to finish filling out these sections of stone. Ah, see? Already I'm falling through holes and finding myself on the lower floors. Not that that's a problem, mind you. I kind of expected it. That's why I wasn't all surprised. It's like, what's to be surprised about? I knew it was going to happen. You know, why wouldn't I know it was going to happen? I dug the whole thing out in the first place just because, well, I was planning on dropping it down. But it's not dug out yet, so what's to be surprised about? And before I go running off again, the other thing I wanted, oh, right, I took it all to the surface. The other thing I wanted was my minecart. I wanted to have my minecart on me. I'm going to take damage here, aren't I? Almost. But yeah, I wanted to have my minecart on me when I went back and forth down there, traversing to and fro. I don't see any phantoms yet, but I wouldn't put it past them. So I need to grab the iron. I need to build a minecart. There we go. Put the iron back. Actually, no, I'm going to take the iron with. And then I really wish I had shulker boxes, but I have not reached anywhere near that level of technology yet. But I will keep at least the iron down there. Okay. Now, what I can do is I can just lay out some of these pumpkins here. Doesn't really matter the ordering or anything of it. Is that a llama? That was a llama, because that's a wandering trader. There's a wandering trader down here somewhere? Wow. Okay. Then I can go ahead and store that in there. I can store that in there. Now I can just go through, verify all of the placement of the polished granite. As you can see, it's relatively nice looking. There's a few holes in some of it, but that's kind of to be expected. Well, specifically there's holes in the andesite section, but there's also some holes in the granite section. As mentioned, it's to be expected. There's not too much that can be done about it. It's just going to happen. Go ahead and fill in some of this. I will go ahead and also knock out the spares that are in the way. Let's see, we've got this one, and we've got this one, and this one. Okay, there we go. Now I just place them all in. Swap over to the axe because I'm gonna want it when I get up here because of situations like this where I have multiple pumpkins doing the same job. And I'll just go ahead and knock this wall out because, let's be honest, I'm slowly converting this thing into water elevator territory, and this wall was kind of planned to go from the beginning anyways. So yeah, I can reclaim these, and there we go. Looks nice. There we go. Can do that for these as well. Here, lantern, mine out right here, lantern, right. Yeah, right here. And then right here. Lanterns. Looks good. Wait. Something's not right about this. Something somewhere got counted wrong. That's what it was. This one's placed wrong. So that is supposed to be a polished granite. That is supposed to be the lantern. Which means I want to do something like that. Okay. Now we're good. Now we're good. Why is this one facing the wrong direction? Okay. Yeah, this thing's coming together real nicely. But yeah, I've played alongside Omarker before. He's got the confidence, but he just needs to have the discernment of how good he actually is in relation to how good he thinks he is. He's not as good as he thinks he is. And because of that, he sometimes gets things a little bit wrong. So it's worthwhile noting that when watching his videos, but he makes good content, and I would suggest watching his channel every now and then if you do enjoy that type of content. Simply because it's actually decent on the YouTube channel. He does use good clips from his live streams. He doesn't use boring clips where he sits there for 20 minutes while the killer runs all over the map looking for him because he crawled away and the killer chased his teammate to the far side of the map, and then killer came back and doesn't have, like, I think isn't it Whispers or something, where the killer's able to see where he is on the ground. Oh no, that's a good deal. 8 sand for a single emerald. That's actually a really good deal. But the slime is what I'm really interested in. Unfortunately, his slime's not quite a good enough deal. He could have had a better deal on his slime. And to prevent him from getting stuck down here, I'm gonna just go ahead and take care of him. So yeah, I like his channel. I think he's doing very well as a YouTuber. However, I think that he could do better. And the way that he would do better is simply just getting better. Like, I see on his comments every now and then people commenting, "Oh man, like, I watched your stream where this was recorded, and man, you were having a bad night. You really sucked." And it's like, oh, really? Because the YouTube video shows him being like Mr. Hero over here, where he's like, "Oh yeah, I saved this guy, I saved that guy," and then you look at the YouTube comments and it's like, dude, you barely were able to do anything that night. What are you talking about? Saying you saved everyone, you're the hero. It's like, boy, you ain't no hero. I saw that episode. I watched that live stream, and they constantly pick on him for using the live stream clips. But at the same time, it makes for good content. You want your YouTube audience to be entertained. Yes, your Twitch streamers might have already seen it. Yes, that content might get you some people just trash talking your channel. Yeah, it might not be the best content. It might be distracting, but some people watch it for that. Some people enjoy watching him just twist in the wind as he's sitting there going, "Oh my God, what are we going to do?" I know I personally get a little bit of joy out of seeing him just sitting there going, "Oh my God, this guy's chasing me." It's like, well, yeah, you ran in front of him like a dummy, and then you decided that you were gonna sit there and taunt him, and you got a flashlight and you tried to blind him. Man, no wonder he's gonna focus you down. No wonder he's gonna tunnel you in and just beat you up. What'd you expect? You're sitting there trying to blind him, you're sitting there taunting him. You're one of the survivors, so it's his job to hunt you because he's playing the killer. So, of course, he's gonna, do as killers do and try and kill you, because that's just his job. It's what his role in the game is supposed to be, But if you're sitting there doing the generators, then it's his job to stop you because, well, that's what the killer's role is. Dead by Daylight's a very straightforward game. There's not really a lot to really talk about with Dead by Daylight, simply because it's just a very straightforward game. You're trying to survive not getting murdered. You know, you don't want to get murdered, and so you're trying to survive the killer trying to murder you. Very straightforward. I mean, there's not much explanation to it. You're supposed to build up these, or repair up these generators, or jennies as he calls them, or gens. It's like, just, I understand why you're using the shorthand, but could you maybe not? Like, the shorthand is kind of annoying, because if you don't call things by what they are, then you're just going to confuse people who don't know what's going on. So, could you maybe just call it by what it is? I've noticed that a lot with a lot of games lately, where people use nicknames for everything. You know, I've done it too, of course. I've been doing it with the twigs, as I've been calling them, because that's what they are. They're twigs, you know. It's just a little stick. But at the same time, you know, get that big stick energy, as it's known. And then you just power through and blast away at any enemies in the way, and it works. You know, as they say, it just works. So yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand. I can relate. But at the same time, there's a lot more going on than just, you know, what's going on screen. There's people running around all over the map in those games, and if you look away for even a moment, at the wrong moment, you could miss the killer running past. You could miss your teammates running past. You could miss your teammates running past to warn you that the killer is about to run past. You know, you could miss some form of vital intel if you look away at the wrong moment in that game, which is kind of what the whole game is about. You know, that's just how the game is played. As you progress through the various aspects of that game, you find yourself facing off against more and more skilled opponents that are better equipped to counter all of your abilities. And if you don't counter their abilities with your own abilities, then you're going to find yourself in a very dire situation because you just didn't do something right. You know, maybe you have the closet stun and you're sitting there trying to, you know, closet stun the bad guys. Okay, that's fine. But if you do that wrong, then the bad guy is going to beat you up. And then they'll put you up on one of those hooks. And if you're up there for long enough, you'll end up going into struggle. And if you go into struggle, then you have to sit there and spam the space bar or whatever it's reassigned to. And then you have to, like, make sure you don't get killed by the entity as it's known. Because if you do, then of course, well, you're dead. And you don't want to be dead. So you just gotta power through it and do what you can. Because if you don't, then, well, they'll just keep going and blow you away type of situation, you know? I had a hunch that's what happened. I was like, why is there no light yet? That's why. Okay. So yeah, it's a fascinating game, and I'd probably be very skilled at playing it. However, I don't own that game. I know all of this about it. I don't own it. I still never actually played Dead by Daylight. You know, it looks fascinating, and I would assume that the game is very difficult. However, I've never played the game, so I can't really say for sure whether or not the game is difficult, simply because I have nothing to compare it against. I have no experience going head to head with other players in that game. You know? So there's not really much I can say on the matter. I did not intend to take damage doing that. I need more fence gates. At least 2 more. Because I have to do one more side of this water column. That was the other thing I needed. Kelp. I entirely forgot to grab the kelp. I'll eat once I surface. Ah, sunrise. Lovely. I shall harvest a batch of kelp. Because it fires twice like that, it allows all of the kelp to get pushed, hopefully pushed, away from the fence gates here. However, not always. Some of the lag is likely being caused by the kelp, because kelp is known to cause a lot of block updates because of the animation of the block itself. Wow, 3 whole hearts. Let me actually just swim down. No, swim. There we go. Before I take damage. And step back up. Oop. Almost forgot to breathe. Always want to remember to breathe. I will definitely be taking a little bit of damage. Not much damage, but some damage nonetheless. Oops, wrong slot. Okay. And then just to make sure that everything's still a nice, stable water source. Okay. Now I want to go down. So, just for the sake of speed, I shall go over this way to go down. This one is clearly still nothing but water sources. Dead giveaway, the bubble column will not work if it is not pure water sources. The bubble column stops working. Also, I don't think you can plant... Yeah, you can't plant kelp on the... in the bubble column, as it were. So there's that too. Let's see, can I aim under that fence? There we go. Got it. I gotta make sure that it didn't land on any of these different floors. Yeah, like that one. The rest of them seem to have gone to the surface, which is where I shall now need to go. Stack and a half of kelp, just like that. Throw the kelp in the hopper so that the hopper feeds the furnace more kelp. Turn the dried kelp turn the dried kelp into dried kelp blocks. Grab whatever remnants of coal I have in here. Grab a stack of logs as well, because I'm going to need so many fence gates. The reason I'm using fence gates is specifically for the freedom of movement that they provide. I want to make sure that the exit of the bubble column is available in all directions. I don't want to, for example, only have it available in one direction, because if I get that direction wrong, then I'm just going to sit there missing my exit every single time. Which is, of course, something I don't want. And the wood. There we go. Wrong one. I wanted this one, the stone cutter, because I wanted to make... Oops. I accidentally hit the question mark. Now it's going to open up the help window any moment now. What I want is, I want stairs. So, apologies for the noise. Okay, stack and a half of granite stairs. And of course, I immediately misplace a few of them. Figures. I'm also going to want to knock out some of these blocks. So before I go installing all of these granite stairs, I'm going to go ahead and install or prepare for the installation of the lanterns that are going to go in this line right next to the granite stairs, because I want to have those prepared for when I am fully upgraded with the ceiling. Sounds like someone's at my front door. My dad's answering the door, so I don't really need to stop recording. Sounds like it was mail. Some sort of package got delivered. That's fine. I'll ask him about it later. The various lanterns that I'm using here are quite useful because they allow me to make use of all of the different angles that I want to work from in a very secure manner. They allow me to operate in a method which allows freedom of movement, which allows me to securely operate in a very narrow bandwidth, despite any possible setbacks from missteps. Speaking of which, let me go back up to this floor as I step around the pit where the cactus used to be. Unlike what I did last time, just a minute ago. I still need to put that cactus back. Like, I still have it. It's still in the barrel right there. It's just, there's no dirt under it, so. I still need to put that whole thing back together. Okay, I wanted to knock that block out, that block out. Okay, now I need to do that. And just place some stairs all over the place. While I'm in the area, I might as well actually go ahead and move this block over. Because otherwise, I will need to move it later if I don't. So, figure might as well do that now. And I can just kind of fill in all of these stairs as I go. I am aware this is likely nowhere near enough the amount of stairs that I need. Matter of fact, I can promise you this is not the full extent of the amount of stairs needed. However, this is a rather sizable step of progress towards completing the ceiling. Once the ceiling's complete, I can drop the floor finally, because I won't need to work on the ceiling anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot more granite. I also need to finish out these slabs. I forget, did I finish the diorite line? I might have finished the diorite line. But yeah, the granite's definitely gonna need some work. Considering I'm already out of granite again. Yeah, I did finish the diorite line because I still have the slabs. Let's see. Pretty sure I finished the andesite line as well. Let me check. Looks good so far. Yeah, looks mostly good. It just kind of needs a few stairs at the end here, and then it's pretty much set. But that's going to keep going all the way down to like 400. I could probably get away with inserting a staircase here. Just so I have a method of movement between the floors, but if I was going to do that, I would probably do a staircase up, because I want to drop this floor down. So I would probably have the staircase up like right here, roughly. And then that'll just allow me to climb up to this floor. So like if I were to, let's see, if I were to grab this block, this block, this block, and this block, I should be able to build a staircase out of this. Yeah, that's not half bad. So once this is filled in, this will be a perfectly functional staircase. If I wanted to, I could move it to here. I could move this to here, but then I would need to have 3 pumpkins, and I don't really want 3 pumpkins. I just want a little tiny staircase that I can just kind of jump between floors with. It doesn't need to be fancy, it just needs to function. And then I suppose for the moment, since it just needs to function, there we go, a functional staircase. Let me grab my minecart, travel all the way back over this way. I don't really need the shield for anything when I'm down here, to be honest. Okay. Now I want to grab my andesite. Actually, I'm going to put that back on the hotbar, because I need to grab the polished andesite from in here. Then I need to run all the way back down over to the far side again. So, as you can see, the entire build is starting to get pieced together rather nicely. I popped out in the ceiling. That was painful. Okay, so I've got this now, where I am able to build it out. Oops, one of those blocks is misplaced. There we go. Got it fixed. Just had to break that one block and move it to somewhere where it was supposed to be. And of course, the benefits of using andesite for all of my build, as well as, well, basically the polished blocks in general, the polished andesite, the polished granite, the polished diorite, is that they have that lovely square outline pattern to them. So no matter what I do, they're all going to be very easy to count out for what I need to do in order to properly place all of the lanterns, because I can just count the squares, you know, over 2, up 2, over 2, up 2. It's that simple. But since I'm going diagonal, it's just diagonal 2. It's just diagonal 2, you know. And of course, diagonal 2 is fine. I mean, diagonal 2 is where it's at, as you can tell from my build. There is a lot to talk about, obviously, including, of course, remembering to like, comment, subscribe. The majority of my viewing audience does not seem to be subscribed. Specifically, 90% of you viewers are not subscribed to my channel. So you should definitely go ahead and subscribe. It's Blue64 on YouTube. However, if you're going to search for me, you're going to want to search for the Minecraft videos that I make. So you're going to want to search Blue64